So, as everyone knows, Pope Benedict XVI resigned. Shocked many, but basically it boils down to he's in poor health and he just felt like he needed to not lead the Catholic Church anymore.
Yeah.
So it's bringing up a lot of questions.
I think he was made to step down, I'll be honest with you.
Well, and
I really do. I mean, look at his 85?
Well, but he's the first pope to step down in 600 years.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean,
not die in office.
I mean, I think right now he's more of like a spiritual. He wants to be more known as a spiritual leader.
Yes.
And actually, what the church has supposedly needed for a while is like a CEO type.
That's right. That's what
because their finances are like in disarray right now. Am I right?
And many other things. There's lawsuits against the church. Yeah, that's what the critics say. He's a great spiritual leader, but the Catholic Church needs someone to take over, modernize the church. You know, and run it exactly like you say, just like a CEO.
I mean, yeah. But you can't. It's like running finances and being a spiritual leader with God. It's almost like serving two bosses, or two masters.
They're going to have to do something. They're going to have to do something different because the Catholic Church is definitely slipping. Now, of course, questions have come up about the St Malachy's Prophecy.
Oh yeah, right. It's right. I forgot about that. He's what? What was Benedictine? What number?
He's 111. Of course, for those who don't know, St Malachy is an Irish saint who in, 1139 was summoned to Rome. Mm-hmm. And while in Rome, he had a vision, and he wrote down the next 112 popes. And the 112th pope would signify the end of times. Now, St Benedictine is the number 111. So according to St Malachy,
drum roll.
This next pope is going to be the last pope, and it will begin the end of times.
What's interesting, I think a lot of your major religions, like Hindi, Islam, Catholicism, there's another one I can't remember, but they're all at the point of their last prophet or last, or Buddha. You know, they're at the fourth Buddha right now. They're waiting for the fifth Buddha, which is supposed to be the last Buddha and stuff like that. So it seems like all these religions are at the last prophet. At the last
a lot of people believe we're close there. Now, back to St. Malachi. Interestingly, with him is he had this vision. He wrote it down a list. It was in the Vatican archives, and it was forgotten about. And it was found in 1590. Now, according to the Catholic Church, the popes that were listed up till 1590 were accurate, and after that are inaccurate. So the Catholic Church dismisses the list altogether. Now, whether the popes were accurate or not in 1590, it's kind of sketchy. He did predict the 112th pope, and that's clear, would be a black man named Peter. And interestingly,
a black man or a black pope?
A black human being, an African, well, of course they didn't say African American then, but a black person, a black man, would be the Pope, and his name would be Peter. Interestingly, the front runner is a guy named Peter Torkson out of Ghana, which is, of course, Africa.
No way, really?
Yeah. And, of course, he's black. So, whether you agree that after from 1590 till now, it was accurate or not accurate, it clearly says that a black man named Peter would be the next pope, the last pope, and that guy's a front runner. So they're about to go into conclave, and if he's picked, well, there's going to be all kinds of
people freaking out. They might pick according to it. You know what I mean?
There's going to be all kinds of conversation.
Supposedly they picked Ratzinger, Benedictine 16, because he's an old man. He wasn't going to be along, and he had what was the name they used for like the olive or something like that, and they knew he had no relation to the olive or whatever, and no freaking past ties, and he took the name of Benedictine, which is direct relation to olive, some olive group or some shit like that. So
well, but he's Polish too, right?
Ratzinger, I think he's
I think a lot of people are calling for another Italian pope, but anyway,
is he Jewish Pope or what? Is he just Polish?
Just Polish, but anyway. So we'll be watching Conclave with interest, and if Peter Torkson is elected Pope, we'll be back with a follow-up episode.
So wait, they're saying there's people calling for another a Roman Pope. Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool. Or Italian Pope.
Yeah, there's a lot of people calling for the Italian.
I mean, because the first one was Peter, and the last one's supposed to be Peter. So hell, I don't know.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Definitely food for thought.
All right. Well, we'll see you next time.